Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my bench. So, oh, there we go. How's everybody doing today? My picture is really not good, is it? Hello, Stephen, David. I wish you guys could see what I see. Now, it's probably due to can't be my camera because like OBS and StreamYard for me are perfectly clear, but I'm looking at my YouTube and yeah, everything is just so friggin' grainy. So if anybody knows how to fix that, maybe it's a setting or something, but yeah, my picture is just horrible. Even though I have it set like it's 720. So as you can see, I got the Flying Dutchman on the bench now. No more Cuddy. What are you guys up to today? I have 8 watching. Thank you. Make sure to hit the like button for me, please. I don't know if I can change OBS so it broadcasts nicer. Because like I said, through OBS and on my StreamYard here, I mean, my picture is beautifully clear. Oh well, it's probably something to do with my internet, being that it's satellite internet, but it's supposed to be some of the best that I can get anyways. Maybe I just have to suffer with having very shitty internet quality picture. So if anybody wants to join, the link should be at the top there. It says it is on YouTube. Oh, I know I'll probably have to look around on YouTube. I know there's a few guys that deal specifically with OBS, and I think there's a couple guys that deal specifically with StreamYard. Now, maybe if I chat with them a bit, or at least watch some of their videos, maybe I can find a setting that's wrong, and that'll help fix my picture. Because, yeah, I mean, let me see here. Holy lag, come on now. There we go. Yeah, see on my StreamYard, my hand is perfectly clear. What you guys are seeing sucks. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. There's got to be a setting, or like I said, maybe it's just my internet. So yeah, I'm back on the Flying Dutchman. Last few days, I've been making some of my own pulley blocks and stuff. It's cheaper than buying them, for one, and not to mention the wait time. But I've also been working out how I'm going to run my LEDs through the ribbing here. is I'm trying to hide all the wires but add the lights where I want them, keeping in mind that 1, 2, 3, these 3 ribs are going to get cut out once the upper deck is on. And I've been slowly rigging up my cannons, peck away at that little by little. Some of it anyways. Not that you guys can see it very clearly, but you know, that's the way it is right now. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get that fixed before next Wednesday. I don't like having the live stream where you guys can't see anything properly. See, I don't know, because everything I watch, I mean, my Prime, my Disney Plus, uploading, downloading is fast. Maybe it's something in StreamYard that I've got to change that sends out a better quality picture. Maybe that's what it is. That's the picture's not, I'm not going to screw with it now, but settings, I could change settings, OBS, standard definition of 480, high definition 720. Let's see if that changed anything. So I raised my definition up to 720. Hey, Ted. Welcome. I don't know if that made it any better. I don't know if I can make it any higher. See, full definition already live at 720. Let's go 1080 and see what happens. See if I can even pump out 1080. It won't even let me click on it. So that might be as good as it'll get. It won't let me click on the 1080, so maybe that could be my cameras, but I believe this camera does 1080. This one here, the one you're looking at, does 1080. I know the cheap little GoPro up on the wall, my corner video, I think the best it can do is 720. So I wonder what would happen if I got rid of that one, if it would allow me to go to 1080. So if I bring up OBS and we go to my wall cam and deactivate, all right, so now there should be no 720. Now if I go here, try 1080, nope, it won't let me. Now that could be due to OBS. I may have to change OBS to make sure it's broadcasting in 1080. And let me see here. Oh, nothing. Okay. Yeah, make sure OBS is broadcasting in 1080, and then I could change StreamYard, I guess. I don't know. So, like I said, if anybody wants to join, go ahead. So what I'm looking at here is I'm going to be running a 12 volt power pack. I'm going to cut the end off of this and cut the end off, and then I picked up some of these barrel jacks. All right, so I'll wire on the big barrel jack because this one's just a tiny little thing. And then I've got the female barrel jack that will go into the base. All right. Now all my wires for my LEDs will tie into the female barrel jack. And yeah, all of this will go down. Mr. Gilly and Jimmy. Hey, welcome, guys.
What's up, man?
Not much. Thanks for joining, my friend.
Yeah,
like I was.
I can't stay real
Go
long.
ahead.
I got work here too long.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Working hard or hardly working?
Trying to do
Or
both.
as I do it, I work hard at hardly working.
That sounds about right. We ended up firing a bunch of people because they stunk, and so now I've got their shifts, which is
nice.
fun.
But it gives you more hours.
Yeah,
but it's shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the father-in-law, I guess they're going to be changing up where he works, the hours and the routine. Right now, it started out he was doing from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Then they switched things up, and it's been like this for about a year now that he goes in for 2 o'clock. Excuse me. He goes in for 2 o'clock, and he's done around 11. But I guess now they're going to what they call a continental shift, which is like 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off, back to 2 days on. And he's not sure if he'll be doing 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So that's always shitty shifts.
Yeah. Yeah, we had something similar to that a couple months ago. The dude that was basically the head manager had quit, and this new gal took over, and everything we were already used to doing for 2-3 years was apparently wrong. So everything we were already doing was changed, which is always fun.
Yeah, we know, Gilly. You just go to work and you hide in the broom closet, don't you? Well, I've been watching. Thank you very much. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me, please. So yeah, I'm going to be running 4 LEDs per string. And yeah, 4 LEDs because they're 3 volts each. So I won't need a resistor. But I'll probably be, hey, Terry, I'll probably be putting in a resistor just to dim them down a bit. Now I could throw in a 5th one, but I've only got the 8 lights anyways. So it's just easier to put in a resistor to dim them down a bit. Plus they're flickering, so.
Mm.
You're welcome to join, Terry, if you want. I think you said you're going to try to this time around. And how's school going besides work, Jimmy?
It's all right. School all day and work all night, which eh, it's all right. I'm making money and I'm pumped up.
Okay, Gilly. Have fun at work. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. And that tank looks good, my friend. Oh. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, the exact time and stuff that I need to go on so that the UK people and that can try to join in and yet still be late enough that people in the US and Canada are getting home and able to jump on at some point.
Yeah.
Because I start. It's 5 Eastern for you guys.
Right now for
So
me it's 4:16.
yeah. So what are you on Central then, right?
Um, Probably. I don't even know, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Eastern is an hour behind me. So Central should be 2 hours. Mountain time is 3, and then Pacific would be 4. So you're probably like somewhere in the middle of the U.S. type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Illinois. I guess we're sort of in the center.
Yeah, you're probably right in that central zone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've worked on this thing, but I've got LED posts made up. You know,
I was glad last night. Ooh. Oh, it's gonna be all lit up and stuff.
yeah, because this one here is open on the sides,
Oh,
or
right.
on one side anyway. So these posts will be under here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, these posts will be under here, and I've got 3 or 4 of them made. So they'll sit like that in here. And then this one will have lights going through the beams, hanging down. And then
Wow.
once this area over here is built, this area here, there's cabin windows and stuff like the captain's quarters. I'm going to put light LEDs in there, flickering LEDs in there as well. So
Hmm.
I'm basically not even using the kit LEDs. I'm redoing it all.
Man, I'm saying you got more patience than me. Yesterday, I was glad I was able to finally get down and work on some of the stuff I haven't been down on my model bench in a good week and a half.
Yeah. I'm not
Freaking
sure, Terry, because um, I can record no problem. Maybe it's like just StreamYard. Maybe I should try Restream, you know, and see if they have a better quality output. And like I said, maybe it's OBS that maybe I have it set that the maximum output is 720, because right now StreamYard um, won't let me go any higher than 720. So
problem.
maybe OBS is only broadcasting in 720, which is limiting what StreamYard can do, because it won't let me click on the 1080.
Maybe it's YouTube. You look fine for me. Like on here with you, you look fine.
Yeah.
Your camera and
Thing
all that.
is, like
Oh, well, once you put your hand right up to it,
from
yeah.
what the thing is, from what I see on YouTube and what I see through OBS screen and my StreamYard screen, I mean, YouTube is like half the quality of what I'm seeing. So that's what I'm
I might be
saying. I mean, it might be just, could be settings. I mean, it could be my internet too, being that it's satellite. But I mean, I watch Prime and Disney with no problems, and I mean, I'm watching them pretty much on max quality, and they're fine.
I know
Hey,
sometimes
Bama.
like if I'm watching like somebody stream through YouTube, my screen will be blurry for everybody. But once I get on here, everybody's fine.
Yeah,
So it might be something with YouTube. I don't know.
yeah,
It's been my phone's been doing it so long. I'm kind of used to it.
yeah. Oh, like Terry says, Brian and Cliff use OBS and StreamYard and have no problems. But it could be settings, right? I may have the wrong settings in OBS. So my cameras are sending to OBS at 1080, and then if OBS is only set to broadcast at 720, well, now it's only sending 720 over to StreamYard, and StreamYard is sending 720 out to YouTube, right? So it might be a setting somewhere that's, is wrong.
Mm.
And so I don't know. I'll get it figured out sooner or later. I never really did
Yeah.
a whole lot of live streams and trying to get back into it more now. So
I was trying to get StreamYard hooked up one day to do these, and StreamYard kept asking for access to my the fuck is it? My Google or something? I don't know. I kept
yeah,
asking for us access to my shit, and I was like, man, I'm not fucking with this.
yeah. Well, you got to know, like Google owns YouTube. Like even your when you get paid from YouTube, it's through Google AdSense, right? So it's the Google ads.
Yeah.
And when I get my payment in the bank, it says Google on it, not
Hmm.
YouTube. And so when StreamYard's asking for that access, it's because Google owns YouTube. So you're kind of going through both of them in a sense, right?
Oh, that makes more sense. So I couldn't figure out why the fuck it was asking me that. I'm like, man, I want to give it
Yeah,
access to my shit.
I know. I did the same thing at first too, and it's like, well, no, I'm not giving you access to my Google until I figured out that Google owns YouTube. So it's like, oh, so, and then once I started getting monetized, and it's like, oh, Google AdSense, for your monetization. It's like, oh, everything goes through Google, because really you can't have YouTube unless you have a Google, like a Gmail, which is Google, all right?
Yeah, yeah.
So everything's connected through your Google for YouTube.
All right, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Bama says, yeah, Google's the one that pays you because Google is the one that's actually putting ads and on the YouTube. It's going all through Google. Yeah, pretty much. Like even if you get paid from Facebook for having Facebook ads or Instagram, it all goes through Google.
Mm. Okay, that makes more sense why I was asking that, because I couldn't fucking figure out why I was asking me that. All right, maybe I need to go through again and figure out if I can figure this StreamYard shit out.
Yeah. Yeah, I just set it up. And like I said, I mean, I didn't want to at first either. And I said, well, you know what? If I'm going to do live streams, I kind of need to do it. So I just kind of jumped in, said, here we go. We'll see what happens. And so far, everything's working out fine. So,
Yeah. Well, I was real weary on it because I've had my I guess it'd be Google account hacked before it was either my Google account or YouTube or some shit. I had some weird stuff on this fucking thing. So I'm always kind of weary about shit like that now.
oh, I know. Like I said, I was too. So
I wonder if anybody remembers that. That was like when I first started YouTube. There was a bunch of weird fucking like ad videos on my damn channel. I couldn't figure out why the fuck they were on there.
yeah, they'll put ads no matter what. You won't get paid for them, and you won't have ads during your video if you're not monetized.
No, it was
But you'll
actually
have
like
it
this.
before.
It was like a live stream almost video, and it was just the dude standing there talking about shit you could buy. And I was like, dude, why the fuck is this on my channel?
What I hate is the long ads. I think that they shouldn't be allowed to put an ad longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah, the
I know they're
unskippable
trying to make
line.
money, but I know they're trying to make money, but that's bullshit. 4 and 5 minute long freaking ad. I don't think so, buddy.
Nah.
I want one, Bama. I want one. You gonna see that many people, Terry? 100?
Terry, just take the cards and go through the parking lot and start putting them on windshields.
Yeah. I just put them on everybody's freaking windows.
There you go.
Well, Jar, thank you for joining.
What's up, Leon?
That's his name. I was trying to think of it. I'm like, I know it starts with an L.
Yeah. Once I figure out what your name is, I'm pretty good about it. Man, it takes me a while to learn names.
That's all it is. It's a soldering plate. It's fireproof. Yeah. You can use torches on it and everything. It's for making jewelry. Put your jewelry, you can solder on it. Oh.
Supper. Go get Amy.
Oh, you're going to get her?
Yeah. I got the living room pretty well. It's all stripped out as far as I can go, as far as I'm going to go, except for the windows.
Hello, Dan. You're welcome to join if you want.
Hello, man.
Come liven up the show. I'm pretty boring. Dan the man always livens stuff up.
Oh, yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. Supper must be ready now. Yeah. Right here. Right here.
Yeah, you guys are in my chair space. Move. You want to run over your toes? Okie dokie. Now for the fun part, drilling into this stuff. I'm working on the Flying Dutchman right now, trying to figure out all the LEDs for it, where to route them, and everything else. More than welcome to join if anybody wants to join.
Yeah.
Jimmy's at work, so he's not working on anything or even working.
Me? No, I'm like about to leave there. So yeah, they went easy on me tonight. I don't have to be there till 5. Usually it's a 2 to 9. Okay, as soon as I go to school, I gotta grab my shit and leave.
That could be what is it? Hey, Jamie G, come on in if you want. That could be lighthouse LEDs or the hell's the other one? Something design or whatever. I use both of them, but I mean it could be something totally different too.
Oh, you know what? We're off school tomorrow. Oh, fuck yeah.
Already? You guys just started back.
We've been back since August. We have tomorrow and Friday off. What the fuck are we off for? I don't even know. It shows how much I pay attention to that motherfucking place.
PD day. Teachers need a day off already.
The teachers have got to deal with me, mate.
And the teachers dealt with me. They weren't there very long.
Yeah.
They usually quit. They didn't just take a day off. They quit.
I think I've probably made a couple teachers want that.
Well, Miss Joberg, she was a heroin addict, so we bugged the shit out of her. And yeah, she didn't last very long.
Yeah. Me and a bunch of my buddies at school have been fucking with our principal. I don't know how it got let out, but our principal has 4 DUIs on his record. So we printed out a bunch of fucking posters with his face on it, and we photoshopped a Jack Daniels bottle in his hand, and fucking we put on top of it, "Where's the keys?" Fucking hanging them motherfuckers all over the school.
Our principal, Mr. Horner, was awesome. You get sent to the principal's office. He'd go into his office, all right, and he'd say, "Well, what'd you do?" And you tell him. He says, "Well, are you going to do it again?" "Not sure, but probably not." He says, "Well, try not." And then he'd break out the freaking. Then he'd break out the video game, and you sit there for an hour with him playing video games.
Hell yeah, that's kind of like our the other principal. There's 2 principals at the school. Hilberman's the DUI one, and dude, Mr. Wright, he's cool as shit. He's like that too. Like, just don't do it again. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the 2 vice principals we had were dicks. Daryl Remke and Garnet Gertson. They didn't like me too much.
We had a vice principal. I bet just quit though. I don't know if we have one now. Again, I don't know if we have a new one or not. I've somehow stayed out of the office this year, so fucking amazing me.
Shit, I got suspended while I was on suspension. And then there was grade 11. I think me and about 12 other friends, we skipped the whole first 2 weeks of school. We had to completely re-register because they thought we weren't in the school anymore.
Oh, no, that's why I've been down there once this year already, but I didn't get shit done to me. Fucking, there's this big like awning. It's like a tarp almost outside where the fucking lunchroom is. You can sit outside under this big tarp, and every time it rains, the top of the tarp like will start drooping down with water, and it kept leaking over the sides, and everybody kept bitching every time they walk under it, it'd leak on them and shit. So I was like, dude, just walk up and push it off the top of this and be done with it. So my dumb ass went and did that, and the dumb bitch didn't move, and I gave this girl a shower.
Our school was so old, we actually had, it was decommissioned, but we actually had, there was like 3 hallways, one from this side, one from this side, and it cut across into another one, almost like an H. And right in that spot right there, there was the old smoke pit when they were actually allowed to smoke in school. They had these kind of washed stone concrete garbage cans in there and benches, and then the ashtrays and everything in there. And of course, the welding teacher and the mechanics teacher, they all smoked weed. Now, this is back in like 90,
that's cool.
93, 94. Yeah, out back behind the school, come smoke weed with the kids.
Sounds like a couple teachers I know there. I know the Woods teacher is fucking, he's fucking wild.
Our drafting teacher, he was German, and he was cool. I'm sure he was on something half the time. And then Mr. Timer, he was our physics teacher. He's the one that used the confiscated dildo from one of the girls in our class to put into the ripple tank for demonstration, creating ripples and stuff. That was funny because you obviously knew which girl it was because she slunk down in her desk to hide and all embarrassed. And it's like, oh, that's who it belongs to. Then there's people like my dad in school where they'd hook fucking welding cables up to people's chairs and stuff and throw the teacher into the wash sink, and God knows what else he hasn't told me.
Yeah, fucking, I've always gotten along better with the vocational teachers. I like the welding dudes. It was the Woods class. It was Mr. Coffin was his name. Fucking my buddy, he came in, fucking dude, he was fucked up, like high as shit. And he fell asleep, and we fucking stacked all the chairs around him and tied his shoelaces to the fucking chair. Fucking, we just let him sleep. He slept there for like 2 hours, and then when he woke up, he went to run off, and fucking all the chairs fell on him. I couldn't believe nobody fucking woke him up.
I don't remember his name, but our grade 8 teacher had a one of those big science desks, right? Like his desk was a science desk, so it was really tall, but he had a wooden leg. So when he sat in his stool, in his chair, he'd take his wooden leg off and he'd put it against the side of the desk next to the door that led out of the classroom. And every now and then the bell would ring and we'd grab that leg and out to the fucking playground we went, man.
Yeah.
And you'd see him bouncing out in the yard. Give me my freaking leg back, you assholes. Hey, Kevin. Welcome.
Mhm. Oh,
Oh yeah, we always had fun in school. There was always a way to have fun.
Oh yeah.
And it all depended if you got caught or not.
Yeah.
One of our friends, he came to school, used car, but he had one of those stupid little Firefly cars. Five of us picked it up and put it on this around the parking lot, the school parking lot. We had this steel pipe railing. It was, I don't know, about 2.5 feet off the ground. And a bunch of us, we picked it up and put his car on that so he couldn't leave.
That's bitch one of those.
Yeah, ours were hard to do that, Bama, because ours were one in glass, and then two, it was in a steel cage, all the built-in clocks,
Mm.
so we couldn't really get to them. But we'd go to bio class and we'd make those touch explosives, where you just barely touch them and they kind of go off. They're pretty much harmless. It's like those little things you can buy. They're red and you throw them at the ground and they explode, kind of thing. We'd put that on the different teachers' drawers and leave the drawers open a bit. So it'd slam the drawer closed and then it would friggin' explode and make this big bang. Blew up the bio lab once. Dumbass was freaking separating freaking water and hydrogen. Of course, hydrogen's heavy, people.
Yeah.
Don't light a match at the fucking drain when you're dumping hydrogen down it. So yeah, we blew up the cabinet and the drain system and everything in the bio class. Grade 7, we were in the machine shop class, and we had a female teacher. She was late coming to class, and we were all talking about tattoos and this and that. She comes over. What are you guys talking about? Oh, we're just talking about tattoos and what we would get. She goes, oh, I've got one. Want to see it? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Figuring on her arm or something. No, up comes her shirt and pulls down one side of her bra. It's right here on the top of her boob. Of course, a bunch of 7-year-old guys and a good-looking female teacher. Yeah, like we were going to complain at all.
Yeah, no shit. Let's fucking turn these gas. Oh, bitch, I need to go to the gas station.
Yeah, let's run to the principal and say what our teacher did. Yeah, no. Let's ask her if she's got any more and can we see them.
I might be getting a tattoo here soon. I know my dad's down for it just because I'm getting the one that matches his. He's got Jesus' head on his heart, and I'm going to get one to match his. Fucking as soon as I mentioned it, my mom fucking flipped. I'm like, oh, shit, I only need one parent to sign the fucking permission thing.
My first one was sitting in a Hell's Angels safe house. We went there after school one year. This is grade, 9, 10? Yeah, 10 or 11, something like that. So, I mean, we were pushing the 16, 17-year-old, sitting in a Hell's Angels safe house. Rocky just kind of bellows out, fuck, I'm bored. So we just look at him, well, what do you want to do? And he looks at me and says, you want a tattoo? I says, sure. Got a picture of what you want? Sure. And here you go. Fucking sat there for 4 hours. You gave me my tattoo. He says, okay, that's enough. I'll finish it later. Never did because he went to jail. Because Rocky was a bruiser. And a bruiser is one of those guys that goes and collects money that is owed to the Hells Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in and out of jail all the time. So he never did finish it. It just needs more coloring, but whatever. So yeah, that was my first tattoo. sitting in a safe house for Hell's Angels.
Hell yeah.
We were just sitting there playing video games and everything else. Some of those guys are some of the nicest guys you'll ever freaking know.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
bet you probably work with 2 or 3 of them. Because you would
I
never
bet.
know it. They're lawyers, they're doctors, they're bankers, they're, store owners. Like, they're all over the place and you'd never know it. But when it's time for a meeting, they go home, they change into their colors, get on their bike, and there they go. Hey, KRD snuck in. Welcome. There's 14 watching. Thank you very much. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me, please. Well, I think you would bring a model, wouldn't you, Bama?
That'd be smart.
Okay, so I gotta find more lights. Here's the rest of my LEDs right there. I'd love to go to one of those shows someday. Maybe if I can get my passport and everything and blah blah blah. Maybe someday I'll go. Never been to a model show or contest before.
I haven't either. I'd like to go to one.
Yeah, the in-laws brought in their goddamn fucking piece of shit Ford. Told them not to get a Ford because they'll fuck you over. But anyways, it's one of those, what is it, 2014 Ford Exploders. And I knew it needed a strut bushing at the top. Because when you go over bumps, you can hear it just banging away. I knew that's what it needed. And it was supposed, they got the extended warranty and everything, which is fine. Oh yeah, we'll cover that. And of course, when you do a strut, you got to change or do the wheel alignment and everything else. Well, here, after a month and a half of waiting for the part to show up, they finally brought the vehicle in this morning. Oh, it's only going to take an hour and a half. Okay. They had to get a loaner because 4 hours later, they still weren't done, and the wife had to go to work. Then they turn around and called the father-in-law. Oh, it needs a spring and some bracket as well, is what they told them. Oh, okay, I guess if it needs it, right? Not knowing any better. But yeah, so here they put that in, and mother-in-law goes to pick it up. Oh, you owe us $375 and blah 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 for this spring and this bracket, and it's like, why isn't it under warranty? For one, you're changing the top of the freaking strut. Why aren't you, covering all that? They didn't charge for labor, thank God. But yeah, they freaking basically con them to freaking add more parts and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I told you, all it needs is that freaking bushing at the top. That's it. That's all. No, they didn't want to listen to me. And I mean, I don't know why Ford didn't just, change the entire strut, put a brand new freaking strut on, spring and all. No, just the top plate. Oh, it needs this now too.
Shit.
Yeah, they got scammed by Ford.
Yeah. That's why I don't like fucking with dealerships. My buddy
Well, it's
has a
still
shop.
it's all under warranty and everything, so that's why. If it wasn't for that, I would have said, you know what? Go buy me this part, and I'll change it.
Yeah, just change your fucking valve.
But I don't want to do anything to it. Not that I want to work on a Ford, period. But ashes to ashes, rust to rust. If it wasn't for or ashes to ashes, dust to dust. If it wasn't for Fords, my tools would rust. But yeah.
Shit.
But yeah, I mean, I could have gotten the part, pulled the strut out, brought the part and the strut over to the local shop here. Here, compress this spring, throw this top piece on for me. Yeah, here's $30. Here you go. Have a good day. Bring it back home, throw it back in. Do a backyard wheel alignment on it so that you're not blowing up tires. Bring it to the alignment shop. And away you go. Done. Would it cost them less than what it did for those extra parts today?
Yeah. Okay, I need to get stocks for this truck. I can feel it on the fucking road.
Hey, Plastic Monkey.
What?
I'm guessing Paul is Plastic Monkey.
Feel it, dude. It's like
I guess I should be testing these things before I actually do any work on them to make sure that they work. Yep, it works. That one's good. Make sure this one works. Yep, that one works. And this one. Yep. This one. Yep. Oh, driving home, are you, Jimmy?
To work, yeah.
Or to work? You want to join in today, Terry? Or how you feeling today? What's everybody else working on today? If you're working on something. Holy shit, Jimmy's got a face. Excuse me. So what
I just
time do you
pulled up
work
in.
till?
Depends if they're gonna have me closed or not. If they don't want me to close, 9:30. If they want me to close, probably 11.
It's not too
Or
bad, I
help
guess.
close at least. Yeah. Like I said, they took it easy on me today. Usually I have to get here at 2 to 9, but for some reason they had me scheduled 5 to 9 or whenever I leave. That's a lot. I don't want nothing like that. Well,
All right, no worries, Terry. Hopefully you feel better, buddy.
all right, I just pulled in. I'm gonna jump off. Yeah.
Hey, well, you have a good night.
All right, you too, man.
Don't let them work you too hard.
Have a good one.
Later. Working on packing up, driving down to Georgia tomorrow. I'm sorry to hear that. Have to go to Georgia. Poor guy. Don't get hooked up on their teams out there, eh? Do you have a video out on that yet, Dan? I want to see that Riviera. That's one of my favorite cars is 66 Riv. I'd like to find another model kit of one of these days. Do a lowrider out of it. Lowrider, fancy paint job, all that stuff. Maybe complete plush interior. That's not good, Terry. Dad checks his about 3 or 4 times a day. His stays pretty good. Doctor tells him, make sure you keep an eye on it. I don't want to see it higher than, what do you say, 120 or something, 130, something like that. Like his blood pressure and all that stuff. Yeah, but a 99 is not quite the same as a 66. I can't say either way, Ted, but you know, if it comes to hockey, I like my Devils. But I don't even watch a whole hell of a lot of hockey anymore these days. I think the last hockey game I watched was probably about 4 years ago. Don't watch basketball. I don't watch football. I build models. That's it. Watch some YouTube and Prime videos and Disney videos. Hell, I don't even watch wrestling anymore since pretty much all the good ones are gone. Jake the Snake Roberts and Paul Hogan and Andre the Giant and, you know, all the good ones. My dad had one of those too in his car once. The old bag phone that was wired right in. And then for the longest time, one of those Motorola bricks. Yeah, Detroit Red Wings, not bad. But you gotta remember, I'm Canadian. I'm not even cheering for a Canadian team here. To be happy, I'm cheering for U.S. team. Not saying Canadian teams are no good. I don't like any of them. Yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage, Owen and Bret Hart, Bushwhacker Brothers, Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man. And then there was, oh, what the hell is his name? The Boss Man, the cop. Later, Bama. Have a good night, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Link is at the top if anybody wants to join in. Show off what you're working on. Just sit and bullshit. Don't matter. Yeah, Ric Flair. Woo! Bam Bam Bigelow. Coco Beware. Birdman. Yeah, I'm old school wrestling. Ever since those guys pretty much left, you know, done. I mean, fuck, half of them are what, 80, 90 now. But yeah, since those guys are pretty much gone, I never got into the newer stuff. Father-in-law watches pretty much everything. I mean, he gets all the pay-per-views and everything, but yeah, I'm just not into the newer stuff. I remember when they had midget wrestling. Yeah, Undertaker was my favorite. Best tag team matchup ever was the Undertaker and the Ultimate Warrior. You had like the fastest most hyper freaking wrestler teamed up with this, the Undertaker, the slowest guy in a sense. He didn't move very fast, nothing. When they came face to face in the ring, tag team partners. It was definitely an odd matchup. You still around, Jamie G, or are you gone? Wonder how that model show went that you went to there in Toronto. I know Jeffafa is not going to be on because, he's just flying around all over the place. Probably harassing freaking stewardesses, male or female. And just for fun, he probably ate all kinds of Taco Bell before he got on so that, he can make this giant stink in the bathroom. So everybody in that area has to smell it. Yeah. God damn, my picture sucks. I'm going to try and fix it, guys. I'm sorry. There's got to be something wrong. Because really, if I can watch Prime and Disney on the highest quality and have no issues, I should be able to broadcast with no problems. I should be able to broadcast nice and clear. So I'm leaning to some sort of setting that's not correct. So I can download and upload videos and everything else, quite quickly. So I mean, it can't be the speed of the internet. It's got to be a setting. So sorry that it's such shit quality picture. Because I mean, it's not the cameras, because you guys watch my videos. Well, at least hopefully you do. And the picture quality there is good. So it's not the camera or the recording problem. It's the broadcast problem. I mean, right now, all I've got is StreamYard, OBS, and one tab on from my YouTube. That's the only thing that's open. Nothing else. Stream quality. See, stream quality says high definition 720p, but it's ghosted. I can't click on it. That's in the general settings. The quality of the recording and the stream sent to your destination. You and your guests need a solid internet connection for 1080p. Viewers can only watch in 720. Yeah, so I don't know. I know Dan's in the back. Sorry, buddy. I was looking at. Sorry about that. I was looking at the settings in StreamYard.
Hey, what's going on, Mark? How the hell are you, man? I know you're probably lonely and need some company, huh?
Yeah, I'm here. Just like normal.
Yeah, one time I went on a live stream and I sat in the background for like a half hour. It's like, hey,
Oh,
hello, I'm over here, man. You know.
yeah. Well, I had the settings screen up and it was covering where you popped up at the bottom. So I didn't see it until I got rid of the settings screen. It's like, oh shit, Dan's there. And so welcome.
All right, glad to be here, man. How you been? All right.
No, not too bad. Been busy doing a freaking bathroom renovation and everything else this past week and a
Oh
half. But
shit. Oh, that's right. You're doing a lot of modifications to your house, right? Knocking walls
yeah,
down,
well, the
putting
in-law,
walls up.
yeah, doing the in-laws bathroom there. So I had the water shut off, did all new water lines in their
Uh-huh.
area there. New shower, new toilet, new sink and vanity. Redid all the draining.
Wow, big project, man. I'm lucky
Yes.
when I moved over here in this house, everything was moving ready. I mean, I had to fix, a couple of things, locks and, the hood over the stove wasn't working. Me and my brother-in-law took it
Yeah.
apart. Some light fixtures needed to be changed out. Minor stuff.
Yeah.
But
Oh, this
nothing
was
major like what you got.
yeah, this was an absolute nightmare.
Then I could
I mean,
imagine.
there was one vent. It was come out to the main drain, and it was leaning back. And then the washing machine tied into that one, so it should have gone into that pipe, that vent pipe, and drained off into the main pipe. Well, it was leaning back, so that was full of water. So that vent wasn't even working. The place is supposed to have a 3-inch vent, and whoever did it before took that 3-inch vent and reduced it down to 1.5 inches.
Oh, you talking
So
about the trap pipe?
yeah, like the 3-inch air vent that goes out the roof. You're
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
have a 3-inch.
They call it a trap pipe. Yeah, it's vent the fumes out,
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
yeah, it vents all your fumes out, but you're supposed to have a
Oh, shit, they cut
3-inch.
it in half. I mean, an inch and a
Yeah,
half.
yeah, they're supposed to have a 3-inch within 5 feet of the toilet, right? That's the way it needs to be because high volume flow, right? And yeah, they had that reduced down to 1.5 inches, and it was flowing backwards, so water would get in there and wouldn't let air out or in. Oh yeah, everything was just a freaking nightmare. Then of course the whole reason we were doing the bathroom is the floor was rotten from leaking. It's a 1976
Oh, yeah.
mobile home, right? So it's an old
Oh, yeah.
trailer, and I mean
Yeah.
it's time.
Yeah, that subflooring was probably shot.
Oh yeah, there was nothing left. I think the only saving grace is that it had engineered floor joists. And when they did the trailer, they put plastic over top of the floor joist and then put that garbage, particle board shit over top. So that particle board was rotten,
That
swollen.
shit, I mean, that's basically wood chips and glue pressed together. That's all
No,
it is. I mean,
particle board is sawdust and glue pressed together.
yeah. That's what I
Chip,
meant. Sawdust, yeah,
yeah,
and glue.
yeah.
And then when it gets wet,
Chipboard is the big stuff.
yeah, when it gets wet, it turns into cardboard.
Oh yeah, it just swells right up and oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the only saving grace, the only reason that friggin' hot water tank wasn't down underneath the trailer is because of those floor joists. They weren't touched because they had plastic over top.
You got lucky with that. Yeah, when we moved over, I
Oh
was actually looking at some mobile homes, but I mean, you get a nice one for 100,000, but then you don't own the property. You got to pay land rent, and
yeah.
I figured, hell,
Well,
if I'm gonna, yeah.
here they own the land, so it's not a big deal. But
Well, that's good. If you own land, then you're okay. Yeah.
yeah,
And then I also
I gotta
found
let
out too, it's still a mobile home if you have the wheels connected to it, because usually people put like a lattice around the foundation, to cover it
yeah,
up, make it look nice, aesthetically. But if you take the wheels off of it and put it on blocks or something, then it's not
yeah,
considered a mobile trailer.
yeah. It's no
So
longer mobile. Yeah,
it's no, yeah, as long as you take the wheels off of it. But you still, if it has wheels on it, it's still considered a trailer over here in the States anyway. And you still got to go
Yep.
and pay a registration fee for it because it's considered a trailer.
Yep.
Mhm.
And you don't get taxed on it because it's not a permanent fixture on the property.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm glad I got what we got, so we're happy over here. So,
Oh, so what are you working on there?
well,
Oh, that's the ribs.
Yeah, look at it here. Let me show you. Actually, this was my previous videos. You seen, this thing was in the purple pond. Well, not actually the purple pond, but it was stripped twice. And now I took my time. I think I got it where I'm happy with it. I don't know if you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Here, let's
Yeah,
see.
it took a while to get all
How
those
do,
that taping
how do
on
I
there.
blow you up? How do I blow you up?
No, just don't blow me out of the universe, man.
How do I make you bigger?
I don't know. I'm a small
Okay.
guy, man. Maybe I need to get blown up.
Oh, solo
There you
layout.
go. All right.
There we go.
There you go. I'll
That's
give
how
you
you do it.
I'm
No,
trying
that
to get
looks
the
good, Dan.
there. Wait, can you
Yeah.
see that?
Oh,
How
yeah.
about now?
I can see it fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
I can see it fine.
freestyled the design. I laid down the
That's
gold.
nice.
Thanks, bro. I laid down the gold base coat, and then this morning I was working on a striping, and then I hit it with a mixture of peacock, a metallic pearl, and a little pearl white, and I mixed it together, make it a little lighter. And about
Yeah.
a couple hours ago, I just removed the tape, so it's coming out pretty good.
No, that looks good. You gonna put a candy over that?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that. I might do a fade because see on the, I don't know if you could wait. Let me see if you can see that. See on the side over here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over that with the blue candy, and probably where those graphics are, I'm probably just going to try to like a fade or something over the graphics. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, once I do that, I'm done. Then I clear coat it, and I'm calling it a day because, like I said, this is my third attempt painting this. So I've
Yeah.
come this
Those
far. I can't screw up anymore. Here's the interior. I don't know if you can see that.
nice chain link steering wheel and all, eh?
Yeah, it came with the kit. You know. I don't know if you could see the interior or not. I don't know. Let me see if I can.
Oh, yeah. I can,
You
anyways.
see the dash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, check this
Yeah.
out. The kit. This kit came with a bike, man. Check this out. This was an 8-hour project. I mean, this thing is fragile. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that.
That's cool.
I'm gonna try to get that in focus for you. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
I mean, this thing's got these little fiddly parts on it. I'm trying to, scrape the chrome off so the glue would adhere to the other surfaces. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty cool little bike that should look nice sitting next to the river. I'm doing this for Leon's. What the hell is it? The lowrider group build that he's hosting.
Yeah.
So when I get it done, I get it done. So, well, he didn't put no final date on it. He said whenever you guys finish, you finish. So then I got a vet over here. What is it for the cancer awareness group build? I got 2 coats of that. That's the I mixed some white pearl with the purple, lighten it up a little bit, and that's got 2 coats.
Yeah. Nice color. I like those
Yeah,
style of vets.
Oh, those are my favorite, man. This is this Ollie special, man.
Yeah.
That's that 70
Yeah,
vet. I think I'm gonna buy. I think I'm gonna buy a few more of these, man. And I tell you, this AMT kit is going together really, really nice, man. I got the interior somewhere.
Yeah, those 70s vets, I like them. A lot of people don't like the style of them, but I think they're probably one of the
Oh,
best looking vets.
I mean, they got that Mako shark look to them, you know. I think
Yeah,
they're really cool, man.
especially when
They got a
they're
lot of nice.
black and silver with that silver along the bottom.
Oh yeah, really nice.
Yeah,
There's the
nice leather
interior.
interior.
Yeah, it's a two-tone. We got some dark brown in there, some honey brown, some nutmeg brown,
Yeah,
and
that looks good.
yeah, it's coming along. But you know what? I can't finish any of these bills. I ordered spark plug wires from MAD, Morgan Automotive Detail.
Yeah,
I ordered them, I think it was October 4th. So what is it, almost 3 weeks already? And,
yeah,
they took my money. I emailed the guy twice. I didn't get a response. Like, what the hell's going on there? You know, I usually get my stuff within a week. I don't know what's
yeah.
holding them up.
See, I order a lot of that stuff from Detail Master, and that's coming from clear across the other side of the country, and I
Yeah,
still get mine within a week and a half.
yeah, I think they're in, where the hell are they? Virginia yeah, I used to order for them in the 90s, man. Detail Master.
Yeah,
They got good stuff. They got good stuff.
yeah,
So I'm pissed off, And then you go to the guy's website, it says, "Oh, contact us." So that's what I did. And he says, "Oh, we'll respond to your email within 5 days." I said, "5
yeah.
days?" I mean,
What do you?
that
Are
guy
they only
can't
in the
be
shop once a week?
yeah, he can't be that overwhelmed that he can't respond to my email for like 2 minutes. So I'm gonna try it again tomorrow. Every day I check my mailbox, I don't see nothing. I don't know. I don't know
You
what's
see,
going on.
I went to Amazon and I picked up this roll of, I think it's 28 gauge wire, but there's what, 2, 4, 6, there's 8 different colors on it. So you unroll it and separate it. And I mean, there's like green, brown, yellow. Like I just separated them all and I put them in here. Oops. I just put them in here. So, and they're the
Using
perfect
it for
size.
spark plug wire.
Yeah, spark plug wire or wiring in your car, whatever. It works great. It fits in the photo etch wire looms and stuff. And yeah, I got
Oh, well,
every
then maybe
color:
you got the
red,
right
black,
size.
green, blue.
Yeah, I got some hookup wire. It's actually because sometimes I rewire some of my N scale locomotives, but Lifelike, they had the old wire going
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
contact strips. I got 30 gauge wire, but
yeah,
but it's a little bigger than the spark plug wire that I'm using. But even though it's 30 gauge, and
yeah.
I think it's
This stuff
I think
here,
it's
this stuff here has a really thin sheathing on it.
yeah.
So it's 20 gauge or 28 gauge, but it's really, really thin coating on it, and that's why it works so good.
So is that 28 gauge? Is that including the coating? That's the diameter, everything?
The
What they
wire
make it
itself is 28 gauge. With the
Uh-huh.
coating, it's probably 26.
Uh-huh.
So, like I said, it's real thin.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mic'd out the my digital calipers, and I think I think it's 0.4 millimeters, the wire. And
Yeah.
that's the same wire that all these manufacturers are using. So
If
I
I
think
remember
that's what it is.
correctly, I
I
think
don't
I
know, man.
used I think I
What the
used
hell is it?
0.3 for the wire itself.
I got some yeah, I got this wire here. Yeah, this is I don't know if you can see this, but it's called it just says electrical wire and it says 30 gauge, but I don't know if you could, it's a lot
That's
thicker.
that. Oh yeah, that's really thick.
So what I'm guessing, I think what they meant was 30 gauge wire, and then that's not including the coating. I mean,
Yeah.
I could use this on my, rewire my locomotive engines, but I can't use it on my cars, because it's actually, you know what? I'm going to mic it right now just to see what size this is. Like 0.27. Yeah, it's 27,000. That's kind of big. Let me see, put it on millimeters. Yeah, it's 0.7 millimeters. It should be around 0.4 millimeters. So that's a little big. Anyway.
Here's the other one.
What are you looking at there? What is that? That's not a clipper, is it? That ship?
No. No, this is what is this?
That's not the
Galleon, I think.
Constitution. Oh man, I tell you,
No,
you
this
gotta
is
have a
the
lot
flying.
of patience.
It's Flying Dutchman.
The Flying Dutchman. Oh, like Dave. Dave the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, Davy Jones.
I tell you, I built one sail ship. I don't know what it was. I forgot the name of it. It wasn't the Constitution. I don't know the name of it. It was, had like 5, 6 sails on it, and it was about a 1.5 feet long, And
Yeah.
then, man, when I painted it up and everything, and this is like 20 years ago, when I first got back to the hobby, I said, "Oh, I'll give it a shot," And when I got to the rigging, it drove me crazy. I'm using black thread, and I got so frustrated with that thing, man. We lived in a 4th floor walk up, and it went flying out the window, man. That's what do you think they call it? A sail ship. It went sailing out the
Yeah.
window. Some kid probably. My wife said, "What are you doing?" I said, "That's it. I'm done." I don't know. I seem to have a little more patience now than I did back then, And I just said, "The hell with it, man." Adios, boom.
Yeah, this
I don't
one
have too
here.
many ships. I did a submarine. I did an I-400 Japanese sub. So I did that one. I got the Seaview sub from the Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Yeah.
So I got that one, and I got the PT-109. I didn't build yet, so yeah, I'll get around to that. I like to mix it up. Build a few cars, build a few planes, a couple of tanks, ships. I like to mix it up.
No, I'm the
Keeps things
same way.
interesting at the channel.
Yeah, see this one here with the casing on this wire, 0.7. 0.7
Yeah,
hole.
that's big. But you did that in millimeters, right? 0.7 millimeters.
I don't know what it is.
If it's 0.7, it's probably millimeters. If it's American standard, it's probably like 0.27 or 0.28. Because I just mic'd out that wire I just showed you. It was 0.7, and it's really big. And
Yeah,
it
this.
says 30 gauge on it, but that's why I have a hard time picking up wire, because everybody's got a different opinion on gauge.
Yeah,
You can buy wire from 3 different companies, right? And it all says 30 gauge, and then all 3 different sizes. So you don't even know what the hell you're getting.
and if I strip this, the coating off, I'm probably like a freaking. Well, what's this here? Wish they would engrave these things a little better.
Yeah, that would help.
This is a 0.4. Let's see if 0.4 works for just the wire.
Oh, no, that's the size you need, 0.4. All my spark plug wires I order, they're 0.4.
With the casing
Yes.
or just the wire?
No, it's the coated, spark plug wires that you get. It should be the entire, casing, wire, everything. And I got some,
0.4 is
and
0.4 is
that'll
big.
fit right inside. That'll fit inside your wire looms.
0.3. Let's see what 0.3 does. 0.4 is a little big for just the wire, not the casing.
Here's a piece. I don't even know if you could see it. No, it's yellow, but here's a spark plug wire. Tips the extra that I cut off over here. That's a 0.4. I probably can't see it. I got different colors. I saved the extra pieces because you never know. You might need it for some wiring or something. All right, can you see that?
Yeah.
That's a spark. Yeah, yeah, that came off the Mad distributors. The excess. That's 0.4, and that'll fit right inside the looms.
Yeah, 0.3 is actually still too big for the wire itself. So the casing's a little thick on this. You might be able to get 0.6 to work for the casing, but 0.7 works good. But the wire itself, 0.3, is still a little big. You could probably get away with a 0.2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Well, like I said, those wire looms are pretty precise, and that's a good way to gauge it. If it slips through that wire loom, then you know you got the right size.
Yeah. Yeah, because I find Detail Master wire looms are a little small though.
Oh yeah. Doesn't ProTech? They probably sell those too, right? ProTech probably does, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Is this here? Yeah. Let's just see here. This is Detail Master wire loom set. Wires go.
Yeah, I haven't bought wire looms in such a long time. I think when I did buy them, I bought them from Detail Master.
Yeah, these ones don't fit through. They're just a little too big.
Where'd you get the wire from?
It's off of Amazon.
That's where I bought the wire that I just showed you, and that 6-pack, different colors. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You don't know what the hell you're getting. They advertise one thing and you get something else.
Yeah, well, this one was on one big spool. They had all 8 colors wrapped onto this one spool. So I had to freaking separate it all. That was about the bitch of it, but
Oh, the wires were actually joined. They were joined together.
no, it was actually like they take 8 strands of wire
and just wound it.
Grouped them and then wound it around the freaking spool. And I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, because I'm thinking maybe I thought it was maybe like a wire, like a ribbon, like a wire ribbon they use on computers.
No. No,
okay.
they took 8 individual wires and just grouped them together and then wound it around the freaking spool. So it took me a while to separate them all, but I use it quite often for spark plug wires and wiring in the car, like all kinds of stuff.
As long as it works. All right.
If they're a little out of scale, oh well. It's my car. It's on my shelf.
You know what? It looks good from 6 feet away. Who gives a shit, right? I mean, it's your model, you know.
Exactly.
Nobody's gonna walk around with a magnifying glass checking out your shit.
Or a set of calipers. Well, that's the wrong gauge of spark plug wire.
You know what? If it's the wrong gauge, then you go out and buy it then. You fix
Yeah.
it. Oh man, I tell you, I went to a lot of model car shows, and you know, people were actually arguing with me. You know, every time I go to shows, there's always one or two people that you just can't talk common sense to, right? Because I bought a 33 release and I did a fade on it, right? You know, it's all black, but it had like a magenta fade, you know, on it. And actually I built it out of a parts box building. You know, so I took it to the show. So I'm packing my stuff away, and the guy says, "Hey man, can I take a look at this model?" So I picked it up. I had it, you know, my hands like this, and he goes, "Oh, what kind of automotive paint did you use on there?" And I said, I don't use automotive paint. I said, I use all acrylics, you know, except, you know, once in a while I'll do a rattle can job, you know. I said, you know, that's the only thing. But I said, that's all acrylics. I used acrylics for the base. The black is acrylic. And at the time I was using Badger Ghost tints, you know, but now I use the Tamiya clears. But, you know, I use the Ghost tints on it. He goes, no. He goes, seriously. He goes, what automotive paint did you use? I said, dude, I'll tell you again. I said, it's all acrylic. He goes, nah. He goes, I know automotive paint when I see it. And I said, oh shit, where's this conversation going, man? So I picked it up. I put it in his hand. He goes, yeah, that's a nice paint job. So I thanked him for that. But the guy, you can't talk to some people. I don't know. You know, and I just said, okay, I got to go. I'm packing, but see ya. You know.
Yeah, you got to wonder about some people.
Oh man, he's trying to tell me what paint I used. You know, it's like, you know, I gave up. You know, I said, fuck it.
Yeah, no point in arguing with people like that.
Yeah.
See, where the hell my LEDs go?
Behind me, I can't see. It's in the shadow. Yeah, Marcy. There's always one expert in the crowd. How you doing, Ted? Ted Cars and Guitars. How you doing, man?
I may have to drop these down. I thought they were higher.
What the hell am I doing?
I'm gonna have to drop down my power pack. I was gonna use 12 volt. I thought these things were 3 volt.
What are you using there, Mark?
Well, I was gonna use a 12 volt power pack because I thought these LEDs were a forward voltage of 3 volts, but they're not.
No, where did you get the lighting kit from? Evans?
No, these are like I just bought these kind of thing. They're flickering LEDs.
I got a whole bunch from Evans. Yeah, they come with built-in resistors.
Yeah, this one comes with its own resistors. I can put them in if I want.
Yeah,
because they're meant to be 6 to 12 volt.
Yeah. Okay. No, you could. I got LEDs on some of my dioramas. You could run up to 10 LEDs. Like they got like Pico, Chip, and Nano, the 3 different sizes, right? You could run a 3.7 coin cell, right? But if you run anything more than that, then you got to step it up to the bigger battery, you know. But it'll control it up to 10 with no problem, you know. But I got to.
Well, it's just that.
Yeah.
I was going to run. I thought they were 3 volt. So I was going to run 4 of them, which is 12 volts, right?
Yeah.
And then to dim them down, I was going to put 1 resistor in just to dim them down a little bit. but these are
Yeah.
only 2 volt. So 2 volt on 4, that's 8. That's only 8 volts. 12, that's a lot. So I may change up to find a different power pack.
Yeah, you might have to step it up to the little 9 volt. You know, the 9 volt
Yeah,
battery.
I'll find it. I keep all my power packs from everything, phones, you name it, right? So I've got
Oh
all
yeah,
kinds. I got 5 volt, 10 volt, 12 volt,
yeah.
6 volt, you know. And so
Yeah, what I did too, I built a diorama with an operating barn door on it, but I
yeah,
put a Tamium, it's like a 6 gear motor, but so I set it for the lowest gear so it opens slowly. So I had a
yeah.
battery pack with two, double A's in it. So it was opening too fast. So in order to slow it down, I converted it to a 1 battery pack. So there's only one
Yeah.
battery. It works fine now, and it opens nice and slow. It closes slow. So all I did, I cut the voltage in half.
Yeah, well, this one here, like I've got the LED kit for this ship, but it's only a steady on LED, and I wanted
Yeah.
them to flicker, so I'm changing it all out. But the battery pack that comes with it, I do believe, is 6 volts.
What do you want to flicker? What do you got to have them in the cannons or something?
No, like under the deck. There's supposed to be
You
lights
want?
under each deck, right?
Oh,
So
okay,
there's a,
but you want them to flicker, right?
yeah. So there's a
Just
set of
just
lights under here, and then a
go
set of lights under here. All right.
go to Evans Design, and they have those lights. I put them in my what the hell, my dragster. Let me show it to you. It's a flickering light. You know, you can simulate like
Yeah.
a campfire or welding or
Yeah.
something like.
Yeah. That's what these are.
Oh, that's what you have.
Yeah. This whole box is flickering LEDs. I've got
Oh, okay.
white and I got yellow.
Yeah, I got the actually it's orange, but what I did was I don't know if you could see this or not on camera. You see this little diorama I built over here? See it
See what I
simulate the
mean?
engine? There's 3 of those in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could probably see it. See it flickering?
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, by same company, yeah.
That's what
So
this
how
one's
many are
doing.
gonna fit in there?
So, yeah, it's 3. That's 6.
So you gotta put what, a couple under each deck?
There's 8 on this deck here, like under this deck.
Uh-huh.
There's eight on this deck, and then I think I'm doing 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I'm doing 6 under that deck. So
Oh
there's
man, that's gonna look cool, man. Yeah.
8 there. Yeah, there's 8 of them here and 6 under here.
That's gonna look freaking awesome. Wait, do you have any cannons on there? On
Yeah,
that ship? Why don't you
Yep.
stick the lights inside, the flickering lights inside the cannons?
because I'd have to drill them out. I don't
So
feel like
drill it
drilling
out.
them out.
That would be awesome, man. Have the cannon look like they're firing. Here we got some wheels going on.
6 volts, 2, 4, 8. Yeah, if I use 6 volts on 8 lights, I'll have less voltage than there's required. So they should be a little bit dimmer, which is what I want anyways. So yeah, it should be good. I'll just use this 6 volt.
Why don't you just pre-wire them and hook them together temporarily and see what they
Yeah.
look like? You know what I like? I don't know what kind of wire you're using, but the one that I use for Evans is magnetic wire. There's no soldering. You just twist them together. And then just what I do is I get a piece of real like 1/16 inch heat shrink tubing, and
Yeah.
that's it. You're good to go.
Yeah, I should build another LED cube one day. I haven't built one for a long time.
That'd be neat.
Because I got the one up there, my blue one. I should probably build like a red and green or something.
When we were kids in wood shop, we used to build these just wooden boxes, and then we put a piece of like convoluted like plexiglass in front of it, and then we get like 2 sets of Christmas lights and throw it in the back. Get stoned and just look at the lights. Okay, let me see if I can straighten these out.
What's Marcy working on today?
She's always working on something. She's a busy gal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Busy.
Or is she just busy working right now?
Well, maybe she's working. Or maybe she's making dinner.
That's good that you got it.
Yeah, Kevin, a little smoker, yeah. Venison stew. Sounds yummy. All right, I gotta let that sit. It's gotta dry. You know, I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking about putting some gold tint on all this chrome on a Rivy
Yeah,
instead
that'd
of
look cool.
because I have a half a sheet of gold bare metal foil left over. I can do the trim around the windows, and I can do the spear that's right in front of the hood there in gold, and then I can maybe do maybe the front and rear bumper. See how that works out. I mean, I'll tell you, my spark plug wires don't come in tomorrow. I'm gonna be really fucking pissed. Fucking 3.5 weeks. And I like the parts, man. I even met the guy at the NNLE show, you know. The guy,
Yeah.
I think his name Chris Morgan. And I used to buy, he was always there at the show, but he wasn't there this year, but the previous years. You know, I'd go to his table and I'd buy like, you know, a dozen, pre-wired distributors and B&M shifters, electric fans, or whatever he had, you know, available, you know, Axel
Yeah.
super coils and all that stuff. But I don't know, I don't know what the hell happened here. But anyway, I guess eventually they'll get here. You know, it's
Hopefully.
not like I needed to put in a show or anything. I just be happy to get them so I can finish the model and move on to something else. You know. Hey, Mark, you ever do these Revell 5-piece bodies?
5-piece bodies?
Yeah.
Can't
all
say I have.
Revell. Yeah. I got. I'm doing this for the Fat Fender Fins and Chrome by Rob. The Lincoln
Yeah.
Futura. Well, actually, it's I screwed up. I got a little confused. I must have had a senior moment. It starts on I think November 11th. But anyway, I took the body apart. It comes in 5 pieces. I bought it at a show. It was a glue bomb, but
Yeah.
I separated all the parts with Tamiya thin. It worked. It worked really well because I did a Chrysler 300. You know, I did that a little while back. I did the old freezer trick. You know, you throw it in the freezer overnight.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work that well. Some parts come off, but I saw it. I don't know the channel, but I saw somebody use Tamiya thin. I said, I'm going to try this. So I took a little bit on a brush, dabbed it in there. The capillary action sucked it right in the joint. And as soon as I
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
that, I just bent the parts, wiggled them, and they came right out. They separated immediately. You know.
I think
And
I
then
saw another guy that built one of those, or no, it was a two-piece body, a top and a top and bottom.
yeah, there's actually I did a oh the hell is it? It's a Ren wall. I did a 1/43 scale Jaguar. It's in 2 pieces. It's got the top and the bottom. That was tricky because someone already glued it together. So I had to separate all the parts in it, you know, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I refurbished it, but yeah, that freezer trick is it really doesn't work. But that Tamiya trick works great, man. And then once the solvent evaporates, you just sand the joint down, and then you're good to go. You know.
What's that?
Your Medicare card.
I thought I got it already.
Yeah, but it expires, remember?
Oh.
So then it's up to new ones.
Mr. Jeff Elliott, how was your flight?
He went down to Georgia.
Yeah, I think that's where he went.
Oh, you mean the devil went down to Georgia? Hey, wait a
No,
minute,
I
that's a
stayed
song.
here. I stayed here. I didn't go down there. So on 6 bolts, I can't do 4 lights. I figured maybe it would make them dimmer on 8, but it won't. It won't even light up. So 6 it is, which is good because
What was this
they
fix?
say 2 volt to 2.2 volt, so they can handle up to 2.2 volts. And this power pack is only 6 volts, so 6 volts, 2, 4, 6, yeah. All right, I got to figure out a different way to wire up then, because I had it all mapped out how I was doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
now I have to reconfigure things.
You got a lot of hookup wire?
Oh, I got all kinds of shit. I strip out freaking old printers, and I get this purple wire.
Yeah.
I get like about 8 to 10 feet of this purple wire out of a printer, and it's probably a 26 gauge roughly out of the printers.
Yeah, that's good. That'll hold more than what you need. And it'll work,
Oh,
as
shit,
long as
yeah.
it conducts electricity, you're all set. I did the same thing. They had
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple of big Gaylord boxes. They'd be throwing out the old computers, printers, and I would
Yeah.
rip them up, man, and take all the gears out of them, spacers, plastic
And I do the
rollers.
same
would
thing.
put the wire. Yeah, because you never know. Brackets. You could use all
In
that.
the
There's some muffins there too.
if I do it in series, I can do 3 lights. If I do them in parallel, I'll have to put resistors in, and I don't want to do that because that just takes up more room.
Yeah, and more soldering, right?
But yeah, in the printers, at least the one that I tore apart, it had these the paper feeds.
Yeah.
It had a really tiny, almost like a pounce wheel for doing rivets in the airplanes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It had a whole bunch of those little wheels for grabbing the paper. And yeah, I kept them all because they work perfect for doing rivets.
Really? It's sharp enough to do that?
Oh yeah.
Really? Yeah, because I'm saying it's got to leave an impression,
Oh yeah. No, I tried to bend the hell out of these things and I couldn't.
Yeah, because
They're
they sell those tools,
yeah, they're a stainless steel. Oops. I've got them here somewhere. But yeah, I've got a whole like there must have been 20 of them in this freaking printer.
What you should do? Put handles on them and sell them on eBay.
Yeah, no doubt. I thought of it.
Why not? If it works, right?
Yeah, Plasmo makes his own.
They sell them to modelers, right?
Yeah. I don't know what I did with them now. I have them here somewhere, but yeah, it works freaking. They work great. I don't know where they are right now, but yeah, they're only. I'd say probably about a half-inch round.
Yeah.
They're only about a half-inch diameter, so they work great, nice and smooth. They roll.
Okay, what scale does it work on? Because you can't put it on anything. It's got to be a particular scale. Because you got to they're only
70,
spaced for, huh?
I think 72, maybe 35.
Oh, that would be good. I got a shitload
Yeah.
of planes in 70-second scale.
That must have been your phone.
It's mine. No, you know why? I had a lot of visitors. Nobody wanted to come see me for a whole year. And this past 2 weeks, we've had like about 4 or 5 visitors. I had my cousin and her son was here for 2 days over the weekend. My friend just calls me up from Long Island. He's coming over tomorrow. They said,
Yeah.
what are we doing, bed and breakfast now? So, yeah, we'll have a good time. I haven't seen him in a year, so.
Oh, it's always
Go
nice to
outside,
catch up.
do some biking, go out and eat. Got a lot of nice restaurants, man. Cause I'm a half hour from Rehoboth Beach, where that where that knucklehead lives.
Yeah.
In fact, I was there the other day at Rehoboth Beach. But there's going into the city on Route 1. If you like seafood, you come to the right place, man. Great seafood. Actually, we went to this place called Big Fish, and I had swordfish. It was delicious, man. I'm telling you.
Nice.
I had mako shark before, but the swordfish was, it was excellent. And I think we're going back there probably tomorrow night. So,
I could use fiber optics, but fiber optics is more of a directional, focused light, and I want it to spread out, right? So that's why I'm using a 3 mil LED, flickering LEDs.
Well, the fiber optics, it lights. It's a carrier, and then it lights up on the end. But I don't think it's going to be that bright,
Oh, it can be bright, but it's the fact that it's a focused point, right? So it's.
Yeah,
I don't want a focused point. I want to. Yeah, I want it to fill the area.
You know what? That's good if you were building like the Jupiter 2 or like the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah.
They sell like those fiber optic kits, like because some of those kits got like a goddamn 100 windows. So you would put a fiber, into the fiber in each window. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Or the
see what you're trying
Titanic.
to accomplish. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'll be right back.
Yeah, so that's all. I just got to reconfigure my wiring, or maybe put in more light. Because right now it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4 lights, but I can't run 4 on 6 volts, so I could always put an extra light over here. So yeah, I can run. There's four of them here, and I'm putting one back here. So that's 3, leaves 2. Yeah, I just do 3 runs. So I'd have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. So 3 runs of 3 works good. And then the underneath I got, the way I'll do it is I got 3 underneath, like under the bottom deck here. I've got these post ones that I made that have 2 lights each. So what I'll do is I'll wire it up so that 1 light on each post is 1 string, and then 1 light on each post on the other side, that'll be 3 lights, so that'll be a 2nd string. So that works out good. So everything will work out fine. Just had to reconfigure, that's all. No big deal. If I can build an LED cube, I can figure this out. Registries maybe. Depends on the amperage of the LED or resistor that you're using. Most stuff you're good with a quarter watt resistor, and you'll never heat up enough to care. If you're running, unless you're running way too much voltage, but you know, if you're within 3 to 5 volts of your maximum forward voltage, you're usually good with a quarter watt. But you can step it up to a half watt, and then your resistor won't get as hot. You can still have the same resistance, just it takes a lot more power. And if you can run more power, well, then you're fine. But this power pack's only 6 volts, so with 3 lights at 2 volts each, I don't even need a resistor. Especially with flickering LEDs, you're not on constant, so the power going through your resistor is going to be so minimal. It's, you know, the resistor is never going to heat up. And at the same time, being this ship, I mean, it's not like the LED is going to be on all the time. Basically, if you want to show somebody, that's when you're going to turn it on. It's going to be on, what, maybe 5 minutes, and then you're going to shut it off again anyways. So
Alrighty.
I thought of using an Arduino, and it's like, what's the point? It's not like it's doing any.
Those little circuits. Yeah, I was thinking about using that on my in-scale railroad. That's
Yep.
beyond my skills, because everybody keeps, oh, you got to get the Arduinos. I'm lucky I got what I got.
No, Arduinos are great, but you got to learn.
Yeah.
If you're going to do your own coding, you got to learn coding.
Yeah. The only thing I got on my, the only circuitry that I have on my N-scale railroad is a reversing circuit. I bought it from this guy in England, UK.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool because I have a trolley that goes from one end of the layout to the other, and it's automatic, reversing circuit. And you program it and everything, the timing, and all that shit.
Yeah.
And it works pretty
Yeah.
good. It's cool. It wasn't that expensive either. It was like $25, I think, and it runs off
Yeah.
a little battery, works good. Let me see.
Yeah, so now that I got that figured out, I can finish routing wires and soldering stuff. And
Oh yeah, tell me about the soldering stuff, man.
well, I went on Amazon and I bought like these ceramic bricks, and they're meant for doing like your jewelry and stuff.
Yeah.
They're fire resistant. You can put a torch to them and everything. They're ceramic.
You know what? You could have
So-
just used a wall tile.
Oh yeah.
You could have went to Home Depot or Lowe's. I don't know if you got them up there, but anyway, Home Improvement Center and get a sample tile.
Yep.
I mean,
I got
that'll
cases.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I
too.
got cases of tile outside. I get them from garage sales and stuff.
Well, I love garage sales, man. You never know what you're gonna find, man.
Exactly.
Half my house is furnished from garage sales. I take old
Yep.
furniture and refurbish it.
Well,
went to
this
Sandwich
camera
Mountain.
here, yeah, this camera here is sitting on an old selfie stick. That's how I can raise it up or lower it down.
Oh, that's
It's
pretty
just
cool.
a-
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
Just an old selfie stick. That's it.
My
I drilled
camera
a hole in my
sitting-
counter.
Yeah,
Drilled a hole in the counter, and away I went.
there you go.
I don't-
As long as it's functional, that's all that counts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I paid $1 for it because the little trigger button that plugs into your phone to trigger the camera,
Yeah,
the wire was broken off of it. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't need the freaking wire. So
that's
works
right.
good for what I want it to do.
That's right. Got to be innovative.
Yeah.
Innovative and creative.
That's why if you watch a lot of my videos, I made my own spray booth out of old signboard that I got from, the big box stores. It's that plastic cardboard in a sense. It looks like
Yeah, I used to
cardboard,
get
but it's
that from my
plastic.
yeah, it's corrugated plastic. Yeah, yep.
And I just picked it up for free at our hardware store here, Kent's and stuff like that. Got it for free because it's old signs, right?
Right.
And that sale is over, they throw them in the backyard and that's it. Well,
Yeah.
pick them up, I cut it up, made my paint booth and everything else. I mean, works great.
Dumpster diving 101.
Yeah.
Hey, you'd be surprised what you find. It might throw some old shelving out too.
Well,
I like to get
they
to that
have
commercial.
yeah, they have the plastic corrugated signboards, but they also have this here, which is, I don't know, about 2 mil. It's old signboard, but it's styrene. It's plastic. I've built quite a few chassis and everything with this stuff. I
No
sand it,
shit,
get rid of the paint.
Man,
Works great.
that's a good that's sheet styrene, man, because that shit's expensive, man. From evergreen, like you buy like with
And this
2
stuff-
sheets in a bag. Yeah.
Yeah, and I get this
Wow.
stuff for free, and most of the signs are 3 foot by 4 foot.
Oh, that's a lot of material. Wow.
I've
Cool.
probably got 20 sheets of this stuff.
Well, but you get a lifetime supply.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
and like I said, just a little bit of sanding. Oh, this one kind of sucks, but a little bit of sanding, you get right back to the white plastic.
Yeah. You're good to go.
Right back to the white plastic instead of blue. Well, the blue is hard to see, but you can see the red there. And away you go. Sand it
Yep.
back to white. Big deal.
That's it. Neat
I
stuff.
mean, get that much in the store and see what you pay for it. 3
Oh,
foot
yeah.
by 3 foot by 4 foot. You'd be paying like $200. Easy.
Hell yeah. Yeah. That's, you said it's what, 2 mil? That's pretty heavy. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
give or take 2 mil
but
or
good,
so.
good enough for what you want to use it for. So,
Oh yeah. Like if I wanted to build a cabin on top of the ship here,
yeah.
that's more than perfect to friggin' cut, and away you go.
Yeah.
Drill some holes for some port windows and
You're all set.
oh yeah, free is always good.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, Dad and I went to the dump once. We brought some stuff in, some scrap steel and stuff to the dump. And we're unloading, and I look over, and here's this chainsaw sitting on the ground. And it's lime green. It's Poulan. I don't know if you guys have a Poulan brand out there, but it's called Poulan.
Not,
And it looked like somebody dumped a can of tar or something on it. It was all gross and yucky. So I thought, but it didn't look like there was anything wrong with it. The chain was on it, everything. I pulled the cord and it spun over, no problem. Brought it home, cleaned it up, threw a little bit of gas in it, and 2 pulls, the damn thing fired up. We used it for like freaking, I don't know, 5-10 years.
wow.
Found it at the dump. I figure somebody probably had it in the back of their truck.
Maybe
They took it
forgot
out of the back, put it on the ground, unloaded the truck, and forgot about it.
Yeah,
I think
'cause
that's
why
what
would
happened.
somebody- yeah, somebody wouldn't just throw out a saw like that.
Yeah, no. But yeah, hey, their loss, our gain.
That's it. Finders keepers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
exactly,
bought a chair.
Terry.
I bought one at Walmart. I think I paid like $60 for it. Oh man, I cut down 2 trees already on my property with it. It works pretty good. It's corded. You run the cord. I said I don't give a shit as long as it does what it's supposed to do. So
Yeah, we've got a place where my dad goes to get pallets. Like they they do acrylic parts kind of thing, like those clear domes over cameras and the round clear acrylic windows and houses and all kinds of stuff, right? And yeah, we pick up all kinds of acrylic scrap there, anywhere from like a 30 seconds thick to half an inch thick, and it's all different sizes, and some is white, some is tinted like smoked black, some is clear. And it's just free. It's just scraps that they put outside for people to take.
yeah, every time a place is going out of business or something, they dump all their stuff outside. That's where you got to check out.
Yeah. Not yet, Kevin, but I was talking to like we go and watch these stock car races, right? And the guy there, because I asked him, I says he's got his car and then his 2 daughters' race cars as well, and he does his own vinyl wraps on his cars, right? And he says he's done models with vinyl wrap, and he said he can make me. If I give him the type of car it is, he can make me vinyl wraps to put on vehicles, on a car model.
Oh, neat.
Because he's done it. He's done it himself. So I thought, you know what? I might pick up one of these other vans, like the Foxy Box or whatever it is, and get them to do like a vinyl wrap on the side.
Because you got a nice flat surface, to work with. So that would be good,
Yeah.
A car like a 1930s car with all the curves in it and stuff, that would be kind of tough.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But this one's got
As long as it's
like a nice empty canvas,
Yeah, as long as it's fairly straight, I don't see why you couldn't do a vinyl wrap. Because I mean,
I see a
really,
lot of
vinyl wrap.
guys, doing that hydro dipping, like Rob from Rats Live. I mean, he's got that down
Yeah,
packed, man. His hydro dipping. I always wanted to
yeah,
try that. They actually sell. I saw on eBay. They sell actually sheets instead of
yeah,
just using spray. They sell sheets that you just lay
yeah,
down in the water and you just dip it in there. But you got to be careful though because you know
yeah.
you dip
I
it
used
in,
to
you
work for
take
a
it out.
company that did hydro dipping. We did
Yeah,
rims, helmets, guitars, you name it. But yeah, you can buy that stuff, and then you just have
yeah.
a heated tank, and then you spray
Hmm.
your chemical on it, and it
Yep.
dissolves it, and it just leaves the ink floating on the water, and then
Yeah,
you
that's
just
on the surface.
slowly
Yeah.
dip it in, and yeah, rinse it off, clear coat it, done.
Yeah, just let it dry. It's amazing how many different designs you can get with that. Yeah,
Oh, there's thousands of them now.
yeah. Hey, what do you think on this vet? Red lines or raised letters? They give you an option.
On the vet or
Yeah,
on the
no, on the vet. These are the
I'd go with
tires on the
raised
vet.
letters.
Me too.
Raised
I like
letters
the
with that color, I think the raised letters would look better.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too. I like the raised letter. And also, I went to my parts box. I got a set of side pipes I'm going to put on there. I think that'll look
What's
cool.
those
Back in
brackets
the
on
day.
your counter?
Huh?
What's the brackets
What?
on your counter? Is that to keep your wheels square?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I got these from my job. They're aluminum brackets. They had the all around the machines. They had these safety fences all the way around. They call it's
Yep.
universal. It's called European fencing, and all the posts have 4 slots in them. So you put these brackets up, and you can slide it anywhere up on the slot. It was just a bolt and a nut. You just slide it anywhere you want and tighten it up, and then it keeps the everything rigid. And I got a bunch of these, man. I have.
You
So
got them.
let us see.
They're not screwed to the desk or anything. They just
No,
sit
no.
there.
Yeah, they sit there. It keeps everything, camber and caster. It keeps them correct. So I let it sit there for about an hour until it sets up, and then good to go.
Nice. Never thought of doing that. I use the 1, 2, 3 blocks. They're heavy. They don't move.
As long as it doesn't move and it's perfectly 90 degrees, you got nothing to worry about.
Well, that's what the 1, 2, 3 blocks are, right? They're a machinist block. They're perfect. They're exactly 1 inch by 2 inch by 3 inch, perfectly 90 degrees.
There you go. You're all set, brother.
They're
That'll work.
expensive, but
This kit is kind of screwy. They got these. This doesn't make sense. It comes with 4 wheel backs, but 2 are slightly bigger than the other 2. And all the tires are the same diameter and same width.
you got 2 that are a bigger round or thicker.
No, depth.
That would be your front wheels and your back wheels.
They're wider. No, exact same diameter, but they're wider. They're about a 1/16 of an inch wider. The ones that go in the rear. That's a little kind of crazy. In this kit, there's no options in the kit. Everything is that you use.
It's an offset wheel.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like having an 8-inch rim up front and a 10-inch rim at the back.
Yeah, exactly. Because when I put
The
the
old
wheel in, the rally wheels, you stick them in there because you want the wheel to sit, in that tire, and then the back of the rim sticks out like a hair in the back. But it's going to be inside the fender well. You won't notice it that much. I don't get it. They should
Wrong
be
tires. Wrong tires for it.
That's kind of weird. There's no other there's no other wheels with the kit. And it has these these wheels here. That's for like a different version. That's the only option. What is that? Ah, I got this thing upside down. Let's see, build a Corvette, the Corvette way. Yeah, there's another a version you can build. What the hell's the instructions? Jesus Christ. Here's somewhere. Yeah, I see the option here. What is this called? Let's see. Oh, they have an LT1 and then they have a ZR1. All right. So I'm using the LT1 wheels, but the wheel backs, that's weird. But anyway, that's what I got, so I'll use them. Anyway, we'll make it work. I could probably sand it down. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And take off that little lip on there, make it fit nice.
Yeah, just pull a Fred Henry.
Yep.
You want deep dish? Here, do this.
Yep. All right, we'll see what we can do here. All right, we'll start sanding this sucker down here. We'll see what happens. It ain't gonna hurt it.
Nope.
Worst comes to worst, hit the parts box.
Excuse me.
Making a nice mess.
I gotta make some noise, so I'm gonna mute myself in a second here. I gotta do some trenching in my wood.
You're trenching the wood.
I love this little freaking cordless grinder thing.
Oh shit! I got the same. Wait. Hold on. Does it say Hardell on it?
No, Tack Life. Probably the same thing, but they changed the name on them. Yeah.
This
Mine's
thing it's probably the exact same thing. These are all generic.
Yeah.
I'll use a little bigger.
Yeah, I could. It's
I
slightly
use
different, but yeah.
I use this more than I use my Dremel, man. USB
Yeah. Oh,
charging.
yeah.
I could run this thing about 20 minutes before the battery's dead. It's not as powerful, but for what I'm using in the hobby, this thing works great.
Yeah. Well, I know. Like I'm putting a saw blade on this one, and it cuts through this plywood no problem.
Cool.
It charges up in like freaking 10 minutes.
Yeah, quick charge.
Oh, and which one did I use last time?
You just solved the
Nope, not
problem.
that one.
A little more sanding.
There we go. Just got to find the right collar. That's all.
Yeah, this kit, it came in a kit. It came with 4 different size collets on it.
Yeah. And I had some extras from other ones.
But they don't. The ones that I bought with that one I just showed you, they're not interchangeable with the Dremel. They won't fit.
Nope.
So I found that out.
All right. I'm going to go mute here for a second.
All right. We can look at that. I'll look at that. Okay. You good to go?
I'm good now. I got a few grooves, extra grooves, even though I rattled it apart a bit, but that's okay. Nothing a little glue won't fix.
One, two, that's it. We fixed the wheel back problem. That's it.
Got her sanded down.
Yep. Took a few thousandths off and now it fits. Nothing's sticking out, so that's good. Just still trying to figure out why they did that. I'm like, I could see if the front tire, the back tires are wider than the front, but they're all the same size. So
Yeah.
that's maybe it was meant for another kid or so. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway. Good. And you know what, this thing will look good. I mean, I'm going to use the rally wheels that came with the kit, but it would look nice with a set of Kragers on it, though.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with the old school Kragers.
Yeah, the old 5-spoke Kragers, that would look cool with side pipe. I'm going to put side pipes on it, though. A friend
You
of
have
mine.
you have to though.
I mean, these
Have
are
to
not.
put
They're
side
nice
pipes
wheels.
on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put them on. I think I got about 2 or 3 sets left in my parts box, so I'll find something that works. I remember a friend of mine back in, let's see, this was about 70, 75 or 76. My next door neighbor comes home. He bought a Camaro. When he got his license in 1970, he bought a 1970 Camaro, right? When they first came out with that new body style. Nice
Yeah.
blue one, right? And then after a couple of years, I look in the driveway and I see a 1967 Vet with side pipes on it. And there was a dealership in Jersey, Malcolm Connor. They specialized in vets. They can get new vets, old vets. And I said, "Holy shit, Rick!" And he paid $10,000 for it. And that was in 75 it was. I said, "Holy shit, this thing is freaking gorgeous." It was red, black interior, had side pipes on it. It's freaking gorgeous. And then a couple days later, I see the Camaro back in the driveway. It's like, hey, Rick, what happened to the vet? He goes, look, he goes, that car needs to be pampered. He says, I don't have a garage. He said it was like an impulse buy. And he said, I just won't do that car justice, you know. He goes, because it's gotta be garage kept, you know, because I can't leave it out in the elements, you know. I said, holy crap, man. He got his Camaro back. I said, oh man.
Yeah.
I wonder
Sometimes
how
it's
much
not
that,
always.
yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, it's like, you know, it's like a kid in a candy store, you know, you see something you really want, you know, and you got to have it. And it's like, okay, now to what I do, you know? I wonder what that vet is worth now if it's still around.
Yeah. Probably more than we can afford at this time.
Yeah. Oh, Jess, how you doing, Jess?
Hey, Jess.
Miss Snail.
Thank you for stopping by.
All right. Now I gotta sand these down so they glue in. Yeah, I was watching one of Charlie Mack's videos. I know a lot of guys like to use grout, tile grout for weathering, but I saw
Yep.
him use it on his tires. I said, "Oh, that's a cool idea." You know, because usually I sand them down.
Yeah, my 66 truck I used grout for all the mud and everything on the tires and under the chassis. And
Yeah, that works great. I could use it on some of my tank threads too. You know, like instead of using
yep,
pigments, and I use what I use is I use a flat clear as a binder. You know, and then it, you know, and when it dries light and gritty. It looks like grime and mud. You know, but that
yeah,
grout works great.
I was using um, the matte Mod Podge.
Well, yeah, that'll work too. Yeah, yeah. Anything matte will work. Yeah, yeah. Because once that dries, it ain't going nowhere.
Nope. And it looks like mud.
Yeah.
And if you want wet, I find if you want wet mud, just take a little bit of the Tamiya panel liner, and just it fits right in there, and it looks good.
A panel liner. What color panel liner? Because they all different colors.
The brown.
Oh, the brown panel liner. Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
Because you know what I was using? I was using AK Interactive water, realistic water. I use
Yeah.
you know, the Atlantic blue, and then I got the clear. But you can use just about any acrylic clear. It'll work. You know, as long as it dries clear. Then you could tint it. I did a World War I diorama to simulate mud. I just took the AK Interactive and I just added a couple drops of brown acrylic paint to it, and it looks wet and muddy. You know.
This is the 66.
Oh, that thing is cool, man. Oh man, that thing looks like it's been in a mud bog.
Yeah. It's all over the place, underneath,
Yeah, nice job. Bottom too, yeah.
Yeah, the whole
That's
thing.
awesome. That's cool.
See, the 66 Suburban is the kit, right?
Yeah.
I decided to pull the back doors off, and then I hand built this back, cabinet
Looks like
on
a
it.
camper shell. Yeah.
Yeah.
That came out nice.
Yeah.
You made
Front
the
bumpers
top
are wood.
too. You got a little tarp on there too.
Yeah.
That thing is
You know,
cool.
just pretty much just stock engine. It's
Yeah.
part of the my apocalypse, zombie
Yeah, I was gonna
apocalypse
say
type.
that's what it looks like.
Because you can see, like, it's got the stovepipe out the side. It's got the steel mesh grate inside the windows, so nothing can break through.
Right.
I left the passenger seat out. There's a shotgun on the floor there, and a handgun on the
Oh,
seat.
yeah, just in case any zombies come in there.
Yeah.
I'll keep the zombies out.
But yeah,
Don't
all
you
of
do-
this was all
Hey,
of that was done with that tile grout.
cool. You need a 50 cal machine gun on top.
No, that's what the because there's this, and then this guy, he's parked at like a river, and he's
Uh-huh.
kind of camping. He's got a fire going. He's got the logs splitting and everything.
Yeah.
But then I've got I don't know, 68, 69 Cougar that's all jacked up on, big monster truck tires type thing. And there's
Oh, cool.
5 women have this guy down on his knee, right? And they all have guns, and the Cougar has a slide out passenger door with a gunner chair and everything in it, a twin cannon on the roof that comes up. The back trunk has been flipped up and welded with a gunner in the back.
Wow.
But yeah, well, this thing here, it got a shelf fell and it busted up the Cougar. So I'm still in the process of fixing the Cougar.
So what do you
Still
plan
quite a
to
bit
put everything like in a diorama or something?
Yeah, I put it on. I made a base for it.
Well, that's gonna be neat. I like to see that when it's done.
Here's the Cougar so far. I'm slowly putting it back together. But I hand built that chassis.
Holy shit, looks like a monster truck.
Like I said, it's zombie apocalypse, right? And then there's the gunner piece up top that flips up.
Oh,
And then
that's neat.
I gotta fix the door because the door actually slides in and out. I actually have it so it slides in and out. So it'll close right up or it'll slide out. There's the big gun in the back seat or in the back trunk kind of thing that sits back here.
Man, that thing's ready to
And then
battle.
oh yeah, but slowly putting it all back together.
I just
Thanks to a
love
shelf.
like that. Yeah.
Thanks to a shelf falling on it.
No, that sucks. Man. But that is really cool. That's the creative mind of a modeler at work there, Mark.
How the hell did I put this thing in here? Yeah, and the whole thing is supposed to sit on a diorama.
Hey, Mark, you never been to a model car show? You don't know, man.
This is what it's supposed to sit on.
Oh yeah, that's really neat.
That she's supposed to be sitting on the back of the car. She's leaning against the front wheel, and then she's supposed to be leaning here. So yeah, there's resin, there's all kinds of stuff, but you can see how he's got he's kneeling down.
Oh yeah, he's surrounded, all right.
And see, the car is supposed to sit right here.
Uh-huh.
I split wood for him and everything, like it's got the campfire and everything there going.
Oh, you know what you do? You,
It's
you
bit,
got to put a flickering LED in that a campfire there. That would be neat.
yeah. But yeah, this is supposed to be basically like he's sitting here minding his own business, and the girls roll up and say, "Yep, give us
Uh-huh.
everything, all your food, whatever."
You know what that reminds you of? That what was it Mad Max Fury Road, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's kind
got
of what
that.
it's based on, was
Yeah.
the Mad Max or even the Walking Dead type thing. It's the apocalypse of some sort.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool, man. I like that.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about traffic with that cougar.
Anybody gets in your way, just go over them.
Yeah, just keep right on going.
Just keep going. Don't stop.
Now I'm doing a 135 scale, the zombie hunter, and the motorcycle and the sidecar and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that one up as a diorama as well. And it comes the character comes with zombies, so I'll paint all them up. Oh yeah, that was the whole joke. Held
Yeah.
up by cougars. Well, it's 5 cougar women in a cougar.
And a cougar. That's it. We get it, man.
Yeah, it's the
I
5 cougars.
you know what? I like dioramas that tell a story or capture a moment in time, and you could see just by the visual, it's like what the artist is trying to capture, right?
Yeah, 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 Terry. It looked like Alice from the Umbrella Corporation. Did you go retard or something, dog? Why are you licking the chair? Like, seriously.
I, I saw a video the other day. This, those Roombas. The dog,
Yeah.
I don't know. He must have been horny as hell. He was humping the fucking Roomba, the fucking robot vacuum. He was chasing around. His fucking weenie sticking out, and he's over there chasing the Roomba around the living room. I guess he wanted to get sucked. I don't know. That was crazy.
So I need to drill a hole there. And since I'm putting that in, I need an extra light. Oh, I should be putting out another video soon on this thing. And at some point, start the buddy build with Jamie G.
Well, what are you gonna be doing?
Motorcycle.
Yeah, he likes motorcycles, man.
I've never done one before. And I think I picked one of the hardest ones to do.
I only built one motorcycle. It was a Revell chopper. Actually, it's on my shop card, and I should do another one. I took my time with it. I didn't know anything. I never owned a motorcycle, so I don't know shit about motorcycles. So I went on the internet looking at pictures to see where the cables go, how the the fuel system and this and that. So I try to do my best, to wire it and everything. And I
Yeah,
put some graphics on the tank, but it came out really nice. And I put it in a show, and I took second place with it. But I should have, I had another one, those Revell choppers. They're hard to find now. They're getting pricey now.
yeah, no
And
doubt.
I gave it to my friend because he's an expert builder. He likes to build low riders, and he's good with paint. So I gave it to him because he said he never built a motorcycle, so he wanted to do something with it.
That's
Oh, that one
that's what
there?
I'm gonna build.
Oh, the Ninja? Wow. Good
That's what
luck with
I'm
it,
gonna
Mark.
build. Yeah, no doubt.
Good luck.
For my first bike build ever, it's gonna be
Well,
an interesting build.
You got to start somewhere,
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I could have found an easier one to do. Apparently, that one's quite
I
difficult
don't,
to do. Like it's got a lot of parts.
I don't think they sell snap type motorcycles. I don't know. Or you could have got yourself a Lego.
Yeah,
Lego.
I thought of doing that as a group build. Everybody's got to go out and buy one of those, like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, like one of those Lego cars.
A Lego group build? Oh, that would be different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Lego group build. You got to buy a car,
Yeah.
And announce it early enough because some of them are pretty friggin' expensive. So give people time to save up and, to
Well, it's
get one. And
Christmas time, so they're going to be selling a lot of those Lego kits.
yeah,
Lego
but
sets, whatever you want to call them.
I just figured that's it's going to be interesting to do that.
Yeah, that'd
if
be
I ever
something
did
different.
that one.
It'll take some skills, Maybe you could paint them.
You
Do
could
some painting.
do whatever you want to it, but it's got to be a Lego kit. That's all.
Yeah. And customize it, wire it.
Yeah, you can put lights in it. Seamus will put lights in his.
Do whatever you want, right?
Yeah, Seamus will put lights in his.
Oh, man, he is the lighting guru. That guy.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. He's amazing. Every time he turns his models on, he gets a call from a nuclear power plant, and they call him up. They say, "Hey, cut it out."
Yeah. He's the modeling definition of what the hell, Clark Griswold with his lighting. Turn Clark's Christmas lights on and the whole town dims.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seamus turns his lights on in his cars, and it's like he's either dimming the town or he's landing airplanes, one or the other.
Yeah, bring him in for a landing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Hey, Johnny.
Johnny's in the house.
Yeah, no doubt, eh? Yeah, there's screws in that thing. There's actually like little metal like decals that have to go on too.
Oh,
and apparently there is a decal kit you can get for this particular bike, which turns it into the carbon Ninja.
That's what I'm working on, Kevin. I don't know if we're going to get I don't know if you could see that or not. I got the graphics on the lowrider. I guess you can see that. There we go.
Yeah, that paint job is going to be amazing when it's done.
Yeah, but I can't screw it up now. I'm like 3/4 of the way through. I got to be careful with the candies, how I apply them, because one false move, I'm screwed. And here's the vet. That's for the cancer awareness group, Bill. I'm doing this in honor of my sister. So that's all purple. And that's about it, Kevin. We got these two projects working on.
Yes, Johnny, that bus that Seamus did was freaking wicked. I like his record truck too.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that took a few hours to tape off. You just gotta
Oh, no.
you gotta take your time with that. Hopefully, when I
Yeah,
get the cameras in there, it'll be good.
yeah, I plan on doing a low rider with the crazy paint on it too. I just haven't decided what car I want to do it on yet.
You know what? Anything that has large, wide body panels, because that's how you can
Well,
really show off the paint. Like a
yeah.
1960 Ford, or
Oh,
Chrysler, anything
I got
any land yacht will do.
I got the 62 Impala, and that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, right there. Yeah. You know what? I was actually looking for graphics because this guy sells graphics, lowrider graphics for Hot Wheels and 1/64 scale. But I looked
Yeah,
around, nobody makes graphics in 1/24 scale or even 1/25 scale. They don't make them. I looked around. There probably is somebody. There are a few kits that had graphics. They weren't that good. They came with the kit for lowriders. But
yeah,
when I try to apply, see, this really is a graphic. This is all taping basically. But when I do the
yeah,
graphics, I use some materials, a lace design. But the thing is,
yeah,
I can't see how much paint I'm putting down, because if you have two panels on the hood, two panels on the roof, and two panels on the trunk, right? And you gotta remember how many passes you did, because
yep,
if you did like 3 passes on the hood and you do like 4 passes on the roof,
yeah,
you can't really tell the difference. And then you remove after paint dries, you take the lacing off, and then one graphic is darker than the other. So
yep,
best thing you can do is you have to count your passes, and if you're holding the brush 3 or 4 inches away, you have to repeat that process for all the patterns. Because once you
yeah.
take
Because
the
I want to do,
lace, you can't redo it. It's done.
yeah,
And same thing with stencils too. Same thing.
yeah. Oh, I want to do almost every technique that I know. I want to do the water droplets. I want to do the silver leaf turning. I want to do the lace, the faded candy, and then candy color all over the whole thing.
Yeah. That blends everything in. Yeah. Oh, Adam from Sodak Model Cars, he just did a video. Did you see it? On how he does his fades. He did a
No, not
40.
yet.
It's a 20-minute video, I think. He did a 1940 Ford, and he put some white pearls on it as a base, and then he tried all these different shades of yellow and brown, and it came out really nice. And he put I don't know, I think it was a 1K or a 2K clear on it, and he kept going over the same area, right? But he used different colors every time he went over the same area, like to
Yeah,
blend everything and build up the colors. Because when I usually do a
yeah,
fade, I just do one color. Like if I want
yeah,
to this low rider here, I might do that blue on the bottom, the Tamir clear blue, and I would just do one. But you can actually blend them in too, you know.
yeah.
But you got to have a steady hand. You got to take your time, and make sure your colors are mixed well, so they flow nice.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got all kinds of candies and everything here, like actual automotive candies. And
yeah, those are the best. Yeah, I'm using the
yeah,
Tamiya's, but
yeah, the
but
clear colors.
I cut them 50/50. You got to use the Mr. Leveling Thinner, the 400.
Yeah,
If you cut them 50/50, it'll flow right through your brush, no problem. Because
yeah,
if you use it right out of the jar, man, it's kind of heavy. It's gonna spit on you, really.
yeah. I'm not quite sure how to do that
Yeah.
silver leafing turning. Like
Yeah.
I can do it on a real car, no problem. But to get something small enough that when your silver leaf is down, then you spin that tool to make those swirls in the silver leafing.
Oh, I never
I got
seen
to
that
find
technique
something.
before.
You've never seen that? Oh man, that's
No, I've
so
never
cool.
seen that technique before.
Yeah.
I know the
Basically, all you do,
aluminum.
you take your silver leafing and you put it on
Yeah.
your car wherever you're putting your silver leafing, and then you have this like a rag, and you put it
Yeah.
down, twist, and lift up, move over half a circle, put it down, twist, lift up half a circle. You're
Uh-huh.
you're always overlapping your next circle by half.
Okay. All right.
All right. Now to do that on a real car, not a big deal. Do that on a 124 scale, I got to find something small enough that I can put on there, twist, lift, so it gets the right scale of silver
Of
leaf
pattern.
turning.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I've never seen that before or heard of that. Yeah. My friend used to do. Well, he still does it. He built. He basically specializes in lowrider paint jobs. And I asked him, "How do you get your marbling effect?" Because he uses all enamels. He
Yeah.
lays his paint down while it's still wet. He puts aluminum foil on it. He dabs
Yeah.
it down,
Aluminum
takes it
foil.
out, and it leaves a marbleized pattern. Yeah.
Yeah. Saran wrap does the same thing. I've seen people use garbage bags.
Oh, I use
Anything
the.
anything that'll stick and you peel it off and it
Well,
leaves that marble.
I'll show you an example. I used a stippling technique. I painted this '63 Ford Galaxy all black, and then I took a piece of Saran wrap and I crunched it. Made it a small ball, put it on a pair of tweezers, and just dipped it into black paint and just marbleized the whole car, and then hit it with blue candy. I'll show you. I'll be right back.
Yeah, pencil eraser is too big. What I was thinking is probably a pencil, like a regular pencil, and get the lead out of it and square off the end of the lead, right? And I think that might be small enough to do, because I mean, most of your silver leafing stripes are only going to be maybe 2 mil wide. So you want that circle that you're going to use. So a piece of cloth on a blunt pencil
There
might
you
give
go.
me just the right size to do it.
This hood might fall off, but here's what I was telling you about. I used a little piece of saran wrap. Yeah.
That
And then
thing's wicked.
and that spider, that's a stencil. And then
You
I actually hand painted the yeah, I don't know if you could, there's a lot of glare on it because I polished this thing out too. Yeah,
that thing's
the whole
awesome.
color is.
How'd you
Yeah,
do
and then I
that
hit.
spider?
Yeah, it's a stencil.
Nice.
The spider is a stencil, and then you see the legs on the spider. I hand did that. I filled it in with a brush with like 3-4 different color candies. And then I
Yeah,
clear coated the whole thing. Yeah, I put some white wheels
that
on
thing's
it. Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, thanks, brother. Yeah, that's the first time I
You even got
polished the car out. Huh?
you even got the dash on there too.
Oh yeah. If you look, oh, I can't get the
You
right
can see it
angle.
through the windshield. You can see it through the windshield.
Yeah, I even did the dash too. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
yeah. I put it in a show, man. It took first place in its category. Yeah, and I never polished the car out except this one. This is the first time I polished the car out. With the sanding pads. From
Yeah, yeah.
3,000 to 12,000. And it came out really nice. I put a lot of time and effort in this one. And then sometimes I get lazy. I'll clear coat a car and I'll just put a little wax on. That's I'm done. Yeah. If I'm in the mood,
Yeah.
I'll go all the way. Yeah,
Yeah.
it came out pretty.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Kevin. Engine turning. No, that's that
Good. Thanks,
technique
man.
there with the
Appreciate it.
silver leaf and stuff. It's called engine turning. Check it out. Check
Oh,
it
that's
out on
what
YouTube.
that's what it's called.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube. It's called engine turning.
Engine turning.
People do it on, yeah, they
No
do it on
shit.
motorcycles, low
Really?
riders. It's done a lot.
I gotta check that out. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times on some car, like on real cars, but it's going to be a trick to do it on a small scale.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. You're going from 1 to 1/24.
Yeah, because I want to do a sections with heavy metal flake, like the old 70s boats. You know, it had that 1/4 inch flake in the boats.
Yeah, those big flake, sparkling flakes. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to
They,
do
they used to put
sections of the
that
car with that.
they used to put it on the seats and everything, that sparkly material.
Yeah, yeah,
So that
yeah.
that
Because I was,
material you said silver. I mean, what is it made out of? That material you're talking
oh,
about?
I have no idea. It's some sort of like plastic vinyl, kind of thing. And
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how
not
they
like
make it, but
like the consistency of what am I thinking of? Like gold leaf or something.
yeah,
It's like
yeah. I
real
don't know how they
thin.
make the seats.
Yeah, but it's thin enough where you can manipulate it, right? Any like shape you want, I guess, right? Any.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
yeah. Because they used to have the steering wheels with the sparkle in them and everything.
Yeah, I've seen them, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, just about anything you can think of, right? Cool.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think
Okay,
I should
Johnny, you have yourself a good night. Don't work too hard in the morning.
All right, Johnny, take care, man. See you.
I've been going for 3 hours. This is my longest live stream yet. And I'm still running 13 people. Thank you very much to everybody that's in the chat and that's been on the stream itself.
That's right. You've been on since
That's
5 o'clock.
Yeah, well, 6 o'clock my time. It's now 9:05 for me.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going. We're 80 something here. 8:05.
Yeah,
No,
might be almost time to call it a night.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, I think I'll be heading out too. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your night, Mark. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you very
And
much for coming on, Dan.
keep on building.
No, we never stop. Never stop.
All right, guys,
Okay.
everybody in the chat, take care. All right. See you around.
Have a good night, Dan.
All right, take care.
Hey guys, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's 9:05 for me. So yeah, Jimmy, you're running a little late, but you're also at work, so you're forgiven for now. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I want to thank everybody for showing up and hitting the like button. Share it out if you do. And yeah, we'll definitely see you next Wednesday for sure. And maybe we'll have some more stuff going on, and maybe more people will jump in. Yeah, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, Terry, on your live. And again, don't forget about Brian's on Saturday and Friday night with Pappy. And I think Joey does his on Sunday. So definitely tune into every one of those ones. Well, thank you very much for staying up that late, David. You know, so yeah, you all have a great night, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.